Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Age of Decadence, shall we? Picking up where we left off. Grim, good evening my friend, good to see you. So, we are in a new land, and well, just a new area, and we're going to try to find something we can do to gain traction with this character. Hermie, good evening. Jade. That's right, my friend. It is the Age of Decadence. And there's a shimmering wall, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and see what these people are all about. And see if our lore master ways can do anything. You know, I am happy that at the very least we got a new hat, which is pretty much a winning move. Can I speak with you? Do you want to talk? Preacher, talk to me, buddy. Have you come to pray, brother? You know it, asked the man, chanting the words. Have you come to marvel at that which has been spared their wrath? Have you come to ask why? You mean the tower? Is that all you see, brother? Scoffs the man, looking at you with pity. A dusty old tower. And how, pray tell, did it survive the destruction of this land? By what miracle? By whose miracle? You know what I see, says the man, changing his tone and going back to chanting. I see a shining beacon of faith, a message in God's own writing to those who have eyes to see. Why else was it spared when everything else was destroyed? Why else was it spared when the gods could have flicked it away as one would an insect? Oh, it was no accident, believe me. There is grand design at work here, my friend. Well, that's pretty rock-solid evidence you got there. So why'd they spare it? It's their way of telling us that this is the house of the gods. By their mercy it was saved. It will be by their mercy that we will be saved when these doors will be opened, and only those of pure heart and mind will be permitted to enter. Only they and nobody else will be saved when the gods return to end the reign of men. Only then, and nobody else will receive their grace and be allowed to drink from the divine springs. Do you have divine spring water? I'd like some. I didn't know that, Hermie. That makes sense. Dragon's breath. Amazing. What I was thinking is, like, if you look down at the nuclear devastation from above, you'd see all these mushroom cloud, cratered, remains. And there was just one place that happened to be where the tower was that the bombs missed. And this guy is reading into that miracle. How'd you find it, buddy? The gods led me to it. My caravan was attacked by raiders and I had to flee. A brave man. After days of wandering in the desert, I prayed to the gods to save me. The very moment I uttered those words, the sky started to clear, and I saw it standing there in all its glory, heavenly light shining down upon it. The gods showed me the way. They tested me in my faith to see if I would falter and fail, to see if I would start having doubts, to see if I would turn away from them like many have done time and time again, but I did not. I passed the test. I placed myself into their hands, and by their grace, I did survive. Right. I mean, it's foolproof. Okay, so this guy is rocking, and he's got some believers with him. Okay. And let's see what else is here. This guy doesn't look like he's into lorecraft. I'm hoping there's some rubble or plants or something that I can just, Man, this map is enormous. Oh, there's a... Was this where a river was or something at one point? Or... Yeah, there's a bridge, so there must have been something through here. Unfortunately, I don't see anything that I can take or interact with. Just a bunch of buildings that did not make it at all. Alright, well, darn. Let's go then check out the tower. Yeah, Hermie, I'm confused. There's got to be something, right? Maybe there's a quest that you come back later and you have to search around. As you get closer, you see why the tower hadn't been ransacked yet. A shimmering wall of red light, too bright to look at directly, blocks the entrance. Warily, you take a step forward and the red light surrounds you. Instantly, it feels like you're walking underwater, fighting for every step. You glance back to measure your progress and realize that you haven't moved an inch. Uh-oh. Go in. It's blocking it. Alright, I can't do anything with that. You win, shimmering wall. Okay, so I am at the tower, which is Zemedi, and I probably need to go some other places, which is not Zemedi. Let me see here. So I'm trying to find employment in Madarin, but I gotta get some rep. You know, I stink, but maybe I should just try the arena. I need to fix the generator, which I wasn't able to do. Ancient Arch, I could explore that. I learned the location of the ruins of Zemedi, which I did, and I'm here. But it's not helping me. We'll have to see what else we can do. Hey, Silver, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, my character can't... I don't think I could walk that far out. Like, it's there, but I can't go anywhere. So there really isn't much to this except for the guard, their stuff, and the preacher. So, time to go someplace else. Oh, what about this arch, huh? What's the arch all about? You tell me. You guide me, Arch. I was reading a little bit about the game online and just trying to, get a hint or two, but not read a fact or anything like that, just some overall strategy. And when I was reading in some of the comments, I think somebody was just like, you're just going to die a lot in this game. And it's one of those games where you need to save it because if you miss a skill check, it could be KO. So you really need to be prepared for that. And maybe, reload to try again. After a long and arduous journey through the desert, you finally arrive at the site marked on your map. It's an abandoned excavation about 50 feet deep and twice as wide. Whoever did it spared no expense to unearth what it is that lies beneath the sand, but they found nothing except an old arch. You see people around a dig site, but you can't tell who they are from this distance. Let's get closer. It's me. It's the old war master. The men aren't armed and seem to be entirely non-threatening. And then they pull out their knives. Approach. Hi. How are you guys doing? Did you find your... Oh, okay. Have you come to see the Oracle? Asked the first man you meet. Oh, God. The Oracle? He's a holy man, blessed by the gods for his piety and devotion. He's a living conduit between us and the gods, says the man with dead certainty, as if explaining something that should be obvious. It is obvious, you're right. How do you know that? Everyone knows, says the man, looking at you with pity. You only need to talk to him to see that the gods speak through him, and to feel the heavy weight of their words. So why is he sitting down there? Why? Asked the man, clearly astonished by your ignorance. It's a holy place of great power. This is where the gods first spoke to those chosen to receive their words and share their wisdom. Yeah, he is. If you just put money here, in my hand, I'll use it as a amplification, device and speak to the gods on your behalf. Chosen? Do you think that the gods would talk to just anyone? Only the holiest among us can be chosen for the ritual. What ritual is that? The elders say that the one who'd speak to the gods must be able to see into both worlds, the world of men and the abode of the gods. How else would he be able to communicate with them? How else, indeed. So the one who'd speak to the gods must remove his own eye, and offer it as a sacrifice. If the offering is accepted, his eye will be taken to the realm of the gods to allow the oracle to see through it. Does he get many volunteers? I've heard enough. Take me to the oracle. I've got an eyeball to lose. Alright, I'm saving it. Just in case I have to cut out my own eye. Can I get a drink from that well, worshipper? Here's the oracle. The oracle, an ancient, wizened man with a deeply lined face, slowly gets up when you approach and looks at you, first with his good eye, then with the empty socket that would be his left. It's a well-practiced movement that makes you feel as if the dead socket is looking into your very soul. It's Mad-Eye Moody. The other men and women of the group watch intently from various relaxed positions around you. What do you seek here, traveler? He asks. Well, Hermie, there's only one way to find out. I'm going to take out the sphere and jam it in his eye socket and see what happens. I seek an ancient temple. I was told that I might be able to find some clues to its whereabouts here. You stand upon holy ground. Many are the answers that may be found here if the gods be willing. What's your name? It's Dr. Incompetent. You have the air of a worldly man about you. How strong is your faith? Asked the oracle, studying you intently with his dead eye. Suffice to say, I have doubts. A man who doubts the gods yet comes seeking guidance from one who speaks with them? Yeah, because you wink with my good eye, speak to them. I came here seeking information about an ancient temple. I did not know I would find a holy man and his disciples. Then perhaps the gods have something to tell you. Maybe you're not here by accident, nor me. It's hard to believe in something that is never here. The legends say the gods came forth in our time of need, and if so, they left us with precious little. I look around and see the scorched land we've inherited, a people in need, and yet I see no gods. He leans forward, tapping his chest with one knobby finger and smiling. Faith can fill the gap between doubt and the proof. Like Gorilla Tape. I could bring myself to envy that on some days, so what do our gods have for me in my search, number one? Or, unfortunately, this gap needs more than faith. Let us complete this charade so that I might hear what you need to know. I'm gonna, yeah, he's rough. What do the gods have for me? Then let us see if the gods have ears for us this day. Ah, here it comes. The money question. He waits patiently, then looks from you to a small, empty offering box that sits to a stool on his left. A tiny bell hangs gleaming from a hooked piece of iron that's been driven into the top of the stool, and a short metal striking rod hangs by a string next to it. The acolytes watch in silence. Okay, so I saved it. So here's what we do. We give him 100 Imperials, right? Ring the bell, get the information, and then we acquire our money back, and perhaps also the dead eye of an oracle, if you know what I mean. I have money, but it's not really that much. Let's just be moderate and go with the middle option and see what happens. The bell's high-pitched note rings out long and clear. against the vast silence around you. The perfect sound steadily diminishes until only a pregnant tension hangs in the air. After several seconds of intense silence, the oracle begins to chant softly and slowly. The words, if that is what they are, sound as gibberish to you. He begins to rock in time with the cadence of his chant. Not enough money, not enough money, he says again and again, gradually increasing in speed. At one point, you are certain you hear your name amongst the twisted syllables, but it's quickly carried away by the rapid flow of the chant. Well, Hermie, I was going to do both. The oracle's one eye rolls back until nothing but the white is visible, and he begins to shake violently. The chanting and tremors reach a sudden apex, then stop suddenly, as completely as the old man flicks a handful of fine dust into the air from a pouch at his side. His eye flits forward studies the cloud of silt as it lazily settles to the ground. The muffled gasps and exaltations of the acolytes ripple around you. Without focusing on you, he calmly speaks. The gods attend us. Put forth your query. Ancient temple. A moment passes as relief slowly spreads across the old man's face. The gods are aware of your quest, and they have blessed its course. You are on the proper path, and no enemy may prosper that would stand between you and the temple. You will reach your destination. But where do I go? Have no fear. The gods desire for you to reach the temple, and they shall lead your way. 3 signs they will send. Watch closely, and with eyes of faith, for one time only will each sign be revealed. This wasn't very helpful. Not a very faithful beginning to a faith-based search. Take care that you may not miss the first sign. I must rest now. The oracle collects the offering into a small pouch and moves to take a seat within the cool shade of the arch. Soon a poker game has begun among himself and his followers, and your money goes into the center of the pot. Yeah, Jade. Well, let's look for the signs. Oh my god, is that a severed arm? Oh, it's a statue arm. Okay. Well, we're going to see some signs. Maybe. Well, they're only going to be offered once. Alright, I'm going to go this way. There's just a giant neon sign that says the temple. Alright, I'm going to examine the arch. See what we got here. You're standing in front of the arch. Other than its size, it looks completely ordinary, old and dusty, with a few cracks here and there. You walk around looking for anything unusual, but find nothing of interest. Yeah, but it's got writing all over it. That's kind of cool, right? No? I'm on the right path, he said. Okay. May the god bless. Yeah, okay. Alright, well. We're on the right path. 3 signs. Ten signs. 0 signs. Alright. Well, I'm gonna do it, which is I'm gonna save the game, or load the game, rather. I can't, I'll try, but, it's red back there. It's a no. The game says no. Can't go there. Here, 1 second. Let me see about the options, controls. There's a highlight. Ah, tab. That's what it is. the sign of blood might happen. I mean, I could turn that on. All right, here. I'm going to save it. And then we'll just say fleeced is our save file. And then I'm going to load it and see, do I get the same information at 5 Imperials or at 100? Because if I can get the same details, and they are, let's just say they are necessary for 5. Oh, he gives you terrible. He gives you no good advice. 100. Okay. The oracle begins collecting your offering. The gods' ways are mysterious, he says. It can be frustrating, even for one such as me. Tell me, why do you seek the temple? Okay, so 100 has this follow-up. To pray, to plunder, my reasons are my own, to uncover its mysteries. Mysteries. Then take the hope that the gods have blessed your journey. They seem to have an interest in you prying into those mysteries. You have some more questions? What do you know about the Arch? It's a holy place, chosen by the gods in the early days for communicating with those who were most worthy. In those days, the gods spoke more freely and frequently. Maybe they were more worthy than then, who can know? Can you imagine living at that time, conversing directly with deities, being judged worthy enough to bathe in that divine light that would herald the gods' coming? It was here. He opens his arms broadly, as if to embrace his surroundings. It was all here. Our ancestors entrusted us with keeping vigil and watching for the next coming. Our stories and prophecies have been passed down from one oracle to the next. One early prophecy speaks of the day in which the gods will return, and that 3 signs will foretell their arrival. Darn it, these 3 signs! Divine light shining once again. He pats the stones which he leans. This arch will be the first sign. What are the other signs? The first sign alone was revealed to early keepers. They were tasked with sending swift messengers to the Magi, but the Magi are long gone. We alone shall be the first to greet the gods upon their return. Okay. Why do you think the gods left us? As I've said, the gods' ways are beyond our understanding. We cannot grasp it any more than we can pluck stars from the night sky, but they are not completely gone. How is it that you communicate with the gods even now? We may all communicate with the gods. Even you spoke to them today. He taps his ear, and the gods are always speaking to us, but most cannot or choose not to hear. They bear closed minds and hearts that have been shut off to the divine. All they hear are their own desires echoing around inside the darkness of their souls. It takes much prayer and meditation to hear the whispers of the divine above our own wishful thoughts. Why do people come to you then? Most folks that come to me, and yes, they are few, come wanting to believe. They want to believe that the gods are still here, or if not here, somewhere, paying attention to their minuscule existence. They look around and they see raiders and nobles who hardly are indistinguishable, or who are hardly distinguishable. They grind themselves into the ground every day, eking out the barest survival. The only thing in abundance in this world seems to be hardship and suffering. They want to believe, need it. So you put on a show and give them some hope? No, I help them see the truth. Being surrounded by a world such as this, what do they think if they travel to see me and find an old man sitting without pomp or fanfare on a bare stone in the waste? The arch is a holy sight, but they do not know that, and if I share with them the god's wisdom, as if in a conversation with a neighbor at the tavern, wouldn't they doubt the validity of my claims? Simple people want to believe that petitioning the gods is a life-changing event. Old man on rock speaking sagely does not look like the genuine article to them, so I give them a little of what they want, so that they will receive what they need. So the spectacle is false, but the message is true. When we go to the gods for answers, they will answer. Sometimes it is difficult to hear them. It has taken me many years of meditation to hear their guidance. Still yet, it is not always easy. Their words swirl within us. in a dust storm of our own doubts, aspirations, and pride. But with focus, one can bring the divine words to the fore and see them for what they are. You seem so certain. How can you believe it? I admit it is not always easy when you live your whole life communing with the gods and are always left guessing at their answers. Even a great oracle can feel lost. It shames me to admit it. He stares wistfully into the distance. I think in the old days it was easier. The gods spoke and we heard with our ears, not our hearts. But I keep faith and do my best to tell the others what I believe the gods are saying. Do you not live in fear here in the wastes? Fear of what? Starvation? We work hard to keep a modest crop. We use what little money we receive from buying basics from the rare traveling merchant. Sometimes we get windfalls from really stupid people like yourself, and we can throw little parties, letting the wine flow into the sand wastefully with our indulgence. Or we occasionally make visit to the town for simple supplies. As you can probably guess, our meals are meager but sufficient. Raiders, there's hardly enough food or material value here to make it worth it for most raiders. It does happen, though. They might take part of us as slaves, they may not. I'm the 26th oracle in 400 years. Some of us even manage to die of old age, or so it's said. Some of us are taken, but what can we do? We are not warriors, and we cannot leave our vigil. It is our duty to keep the holy ground and watch for the gods. Just as the soldier marches to battle knowing he may pay with his life, so do we stand watch at our post. We are, Hermie. But we did this. And we are totally richer. Alright, it didn't do anything for me. I mean, I got more story out of the guy. He gabbed with me a little bit longer because he felt sorry for how much money he took from me. That's okay. So, by reloading my save, the lighting went haywire again. But hopefully when we go to the next area, it'll fix itself again. Alright. So, let's look for another sign. I'm on the right path. What's this place? The Eye of the Desert. Visit Inferior. As you get close to Inferior, you see more and more villagers going about their business. As they notice you, they drop what they are doing and follow you back to the village. By the time you reach it, there is a large crowd trailing you. At the moment, they don't seem to pose any danger to you. Rather than a proper village or settlement, Inferior turns out to be a small group of makeshift dwellings sitting on a hill overlooking the desert. When you get closer, you see that the dwellings circle a large area at the crest of the hill decorated with stones. The stones form what appears to resemble a giant eye with a gaping hole in the middle where the iris should be. Okay, great, normal. Good stuff. No, but look what I did get. By going to different locations, I have boosted my general skill points very, very high so that I might level up etiquette or streetwise, lockpicking, traps. Those, but I'll probably save up for something else. But we're getting some stuff bit by bit. One of the villagers assumes the role of a guide and points at one of the dwellings on the outskirts of the village. The dwelling is surrounded by patches of strange plants growing out of the sand. Let's go inside. Azra. This looks like a cheerful person. You're standing in a small room filled with various plants that leave just enough space for a bed occupied by a dried-up crone. One of the villagers respectfully taps her on the shoulder and whispers something into her ear. Kill this man. The crone gestures, looking irritated, and the villagers fall back, leaving you alone with her. She slowly gets up, sighs, and comes closer to take a good look at you. Well, 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 she says in a low, raspy voice. Look what the wind blew in. She fixes you with a hard stare and scoffs, her withered lips twisting and moving as if searching for the right words to express her displeasure. So what am I supposed to do with you? Why should you do anything? What do you do when your garden sprouts weeds? You remove them without pity, even though a weed is a living thing and wants to live as much as everything else does. If you don't, they will ruin the garden. You don't have to worry about me. I'm here to ask a few questions and I'll be on my way. Well, we shall see about that, won't we? Why did you come here? What is it that you seek? I'm looking for the temple of Thor Agoth. Do you see any temple around here? She scoffs again. Why are you looking for it? It holds answers to many questions. It holds a lot more than that. How do you know that? I visited it when I was young and curious. I walked down the ancient halls. I held in my hands the relics of the gods left behind. I sat where the Magi did when they came in droves to learn that knowledge didn't belong in this world. I've even looked down at the sleeping god that lies there and wondered if the kiss of a fair maiden, don't look at me, I wasn't born old, would have the power to wake him. But even then, the crone raises her voice suddenly, I had the wisdom not to touch things I don't understand and leave them alone. Wisdom your kind lacks. So the god is still there sleeping? Why wouldn't he be? It's not like he has anywhere else to go, cackles the crone. What if the god can make things better, can fix all this? What if he makes things worse? Counters the crone. That's the difference between the town dwellers and the desert folk. You hope, always hope, she spits the word hope as if it were an insult. You hope that the Lord will be merciful, hope that the gods won't harass you, hope that the store owner will take pity on you, hope that the levies won't be raised too much this year, hope that the prices won't go up, hope that there will be work tomorrow. You're so used to hoping that someone will take care of you that you're ready to believe in just about anything, as long as it promises you new hope. Exactly, Hermie. Now you're getting it. Intelligence. You seem to know a lot about town life for someone who lives in the middle of nowhere. Aw, charisma failure. I wasn't born here, says the crone sharply. You mentioned hope. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with hope? Repeats the crone, as if refusing to believe you've just asked her that. Hope is for fools who don't know what they're doing. In the desert, there is no room for hope. You count on yourself, not on other people. You don't hope to find water. You either carry enough, or you know where the wells or the plants or the store water are. You don't eat what you don't know, hoping that it won't kill you or paralyze your stomach, slowly starving you to death even if you have enough food. And you certainly don't want to wake a god hoping that he has your best interests at heart, assuming he has one to begin with. So you aren't counting on yourself, though. You were sleeping with the protection of all these people around you who came and, instead of murdering you, woke you up. Because you count on them and they count on you. And you're so used to expecting the worst that you'd reject divine help if it was offered simply because it doesn't fit your beliefs? Divine help, scoffs the crone. Not being mortal or divine ever does anything without a reason. No being, rather, mortal or divine, ever does anything without a reason. What reason would they have to help the poor old us? Well, they wouldn't help you. Because you're bitter and unapproachable. They'd help me, though, which is all that matters. Have faith. Not everyone needs a selfish reason to help someone. Being able to is the only reason they need. They've helped us once, they can do it again. Everyone needs something. Whatever these gods want, worship, gold, virgins, temples, is a small price to pay. Number 2, helped us. They destroyed half the world. Pray that they leave us alone if they decide to help us again. There won't be anything or anyone left this time. Let's try number 1 again. I failed. Okay. Well, that didn't go well. The villagers rush at you the moment you step outside. Fight them off. You try to fight, but there are too many of them. They overpower you and drag you to the top of the hill. The hole, the center of the eye, reeks of death. Before you can say anything, one of the villagers gives you a push. Oh, God. And down you go. That's true. That's true. I could have taken her. She probably knows magic. You know what, though? This might be the best thing for me. I might find something good down here. I'm good at exploring. You land on a pile of rotten corpses. They smell, making you gag. Slowly you get up and look around. You're standing in a large chamber. The only source of light is the opening above your head, way out of reach. 2 honor guards are posted there to discourage you from trying to escape. They look down with interest, exchanging comments. Explore. This might be. Surprisingly, the evil dungeon is anything but dead and quiet. A deep humming sound fills your ears, seemingly coming from everywhere at once, and the floor under your feet is alive with vibrations. The air is thick and acrid, smelling of sulfur, rock oil, and other unidentifiable things. You see what looks like a stone demon patrolling the dark hallway. It's damaged. The stone surface is broken in many places, but it looks like the head has suffered the most damage. Suddenly, as if it can smell your fear, the demon stops and turns towards you. Where are your manners? Go introduce yourself to the host, slay the beast, or sneak, pretend you're not here. Let's just be optimistic and go with 1. Hi, it's me, intruder. The demon asks with uncertainty. Standing closer, you could see that a chunk of his head has been sliced off cleanly, which must have affected his mental capacity. I come in peace. Intruders, says the demons. They always come. I kill them. More come. Always come, always kill. Why do you kill intruders? Master's orders. What did the master say exactly? The demon freezes for almost a minute and says, defend the tower at all costs. Kill anyone who manages to come inside. You managed to come inside, therefore I must kill you. Intelligence? Wait, what if your master comes back? You won't kill him, would you? I can't kill the master, acknowledges the demon. And yet, your instructions clearly say, anyone? The master isn't anyone. So you decide who anyone is, isn't it? I don't think your master would be pleased that you took the liberty to interpret his orders as you see fit. To be honest, I killed my own servants for less. Failure. The demon stops again. I'm persuasive. My streetwise isn't great. I could have raised it. Alright. I almost made it. I mean, that was actually kind of close. So, obviously I have it saved back before I was fleeced by the old man and could go back to that point, but this is kind of funny. The Guardian has 70, oh god, 70 hit points is way more than I'm capable of handling. Unless he's terrible, which he is not. So I wonder if I put points into Streetwise if I could get this. So here's the Inferi Tower. Desert Village. Let's see where this one takes me. The tricky thing is, it's like the game is saying, okay, there's another path that's not combat-oriented that you can take, but I can never actually take it, and I always end up in a fight. Streetwise is bad. Persuasion is as high as I can make it. Let's see if that's the difference maker. Oh, charisma. Now, charisma's down here. I'd have to, you know, really, really roll well. Let's try this other path. So this is your garden? It is. I'm looking for the temple. It holds answers. Wisdom or fear? So the god's there? Alright, I failed that twice. You're wasting daylight. Be on your way. I mean, I can just attack her. That would be hilarious. Jam Nusker, good evening, my friend. So yeah, let's get a little distance from her. This looks good. And we'll just go ahead and do this. Oh. Okay. So it's not just her, it's everybody. She dodged it. What kind of psycho is this? How could she dodge all my attacks? That's all I can do. She threw acid at me. Oh, God. Oh, it's like every NPC on the map. Well, I think maybe, Hermie, it's more of a reflection of how bad I am with daggers. Alright. Well, the only other thing I could do here is try... Oh, wait. Oh, right. The Lord I serve. A servant, then. There's no shame in working for someone. Do you know where the temple is? Wisdom, sleeping, make it better, intelligence. Intelligence, fail. Yeah, that's what I did, Hermie. I spent my skill points on Streetwise, which the check was on. And I can't spend them on anything else. I can't raise anything else up enough. But I don't know if it's gonna do anything. Hey, it worked. Well, wait. No, it didn't. The first one worked. Of course, they have another one. I don't decide. I know. I knew. The demon sounds confused. The orders were clear. Do they sound clear to you? Kill everyone, but not everyone? No wonder you're confused. I think you forgot a vital part of the order and can no longer tell who's an intruder and who's a guest. It was like I passed, what, 3 skill checks? And then the fourth one, it's like, nope. I was really close. Let's just load Fleeced and then get out of here. We can't go to that place. That place is too hard for us. We'd have to raise up our other skills. We'd have to be more streetwise. I think maybe, if I really wanted to, I could try to go back to the main town. Let's go here. Just get the skill points. And then leave. We get 5 skill points, new location, and then... Arch, Zemedi... Maybe, if I go back to town, for example... I could just kill some of the drifters with my new knowledge, of how to kill a prospector. and use that. Maybe? I can't pick those flowers. All right. I'll just go place to place harvesting leaves and see if that gives me enough. It's worth just seeing if I can fight in the arena. It's kind of like that, Hermie. Alright, I'll save it and just talk to the arena master. Why not? Okay, I gained a rank in Brawler because I'm an arena expert. You're wise beyond your years. Why not indeed? Your first opponent is a newcomer like you, fancies himself a thief. Poor bastard thinks we live like animals. Without rules and laws, he thought anyone could come here and start picking pockets without getting the guild's blessing first. So the guild turned him in. He doesn't look like the fighting sort, but he claims he killed a man or two. I don't know, I know. Hardly worth your time, but what do you expect me to do? Let him go? Just enter the arena, gut him like a fish, and we'll continue this conversation. The guild? Not from around here, are you? I was talking about the 40 Thieves Guild, one of the oldest in the Empire. The name goes back to the good old days when kingpins from the 40 largest cities of the Empire controlled pretty much everything the law frowned upon. I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a business to run. So are you gonna fight or not? Yeah, man, let's do it. Okay, at least I start out with knives. I'm okay with that. Okay, he dodged. There you go. He dodged it. Alright, that's all I've got. Uh-oh. Whoa. How could he move that far and attack me like... Oh, he did the fast attack, didn't he? Okay, fine. No. You're not supposed to do that. No. Great. I am so bad. Dodge. Dodge. Attack of opportunity. Oh, they thought I was trying to move. God, that was not what I was just trying to attack him again. That was terrible. Alright, well. That worked great. That's called the I didn't hit him at all maneuver. Hey, Kraft, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, there it is. We gotta get this guy poisoned. Well, the only tournament that I can enter, Hermie, would be the artifact identifying tournament. Okay, that didn't go well. I figured I wasn't good for the arena, but I thought maybe, you know. Alright, let's try this district again. Alright, so we're in the slums again. And what we need is to figure out a way through the slums without getting gutted like a fish. What if I go this way? Hey, you, come here. A dirty-looking local. What's up, man? Want to make some money? I found something that nobody else did, but I can't do it alone. It's the real deal, I swear. Easy money is my specialty, friend. Down there, says the man, pointing at the well. It's deep. Deeper than you think. Dive deep enough and you'll find a passage. It's not long, about 50 yards. If you can hold your breath long enough, you reach a chamber filled with treasure. We'll split it 50-50. So what do you say? Are you in? I'm absolutely gonna die. How can you be sure? We saw Basar knifing someone the other night. The man fell right in, so we figured maybe, you know, he had something valuable on him. So Menace dove right in, but we didn't find a body. Instead, he found that passage I told you about. So where is he now? He didn't make it back, says the man, avoiding eye contact. He took a bag to haul back all the loot, dove again, and that was the last time I saw him. Lucky for you, huh? Get his share just for showing up. So ready to dive? Let's do it. The well greets you with green-tinted, stagnant water. For a moment there, you think you see your distorted reflection in the water, but then you realize that it's a bloated corpse. Suddenly, you no longer feel thirsty. Here we go. I mean, Hermie, I really might have to. What's wild, and I'm telling you, from the message boards that I looked at briefly, people say that combat's actually the harder way to go. You undress and lower yourself into the murky, foul-smelling water and let go off the well's edge. You can't see anything, and aren't sure you want to, since the locals have a habit of dumping bodies here. You keep probing the walls, looking for the entrance, but find nothing. Deeper. You continue sinking while exploring the walls. You're ready to give up when the wall ends abruptly, inviting you in. We're in. Go in. Oh my God. You squeeze yourself into a small opening in the brickwork and swim forward until you find yourself in a small chamber with a vaulted ceiling, high enough to contain a small pocket of air. You explore the chamber and find 3 passages leading into different directions. One is sealed shut, but the other 2 seem to be safe. Okay. So I can go left, right, or back to the surface. Let's go right. The passage seems to be endless, and before long, you feel tightness in your chest, signaling that you're about to run out of air. For all you know, this passage could go on for miles, so maybe it's time to turn back. Let's go back. Oh, back to the surface? Why can't I go back to the air pocket? That's too bad. I was kind of hoping that I would just go back to the junction. All right. I'm going back in. I'm so desperate that the only way I have a chance go left is this. The passage leads you to a chamber with a partially collapsed roof. If there's another passageway, it's buried under the rubble. Your arrival disturbs the water and wakes up the only inhabitant of the chamber, a bloated corpse who greets you with tentacle-like intestines sprouting from his open stomach. Examine it. You push the corpse intestines aside, great, and dig deep inside and the gush in his stomach. Your efforts are rewarded with the large ruby the man must have swallowed before meeting his demise. We're going to go to the surface. I didn't find anything. I don't think I can make that dexterity check. I think I die if I try that. Now here's the question. Can I actually get anything out of this? Will any money come from it? I have a ruby. Can I put my clothes back on? Okay. It's down there. Okay, so he wants me to still go down there. I don't have to tell him about the ruby, actually. So that's kind of a small victory. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back down, and I am going to try the other path. Let's just see if we can make it. It's worth 200, which isn't very much. I paid the old man in the desert about that much. I made one check. So I went right. You push yourself forward, trying not to think of the increasing pressure in your chest and the mounting fear. Soon you reach another fork. You see faint light coming from the left. Okay, we'll go left. You almost lose consciousness, having no more than 10 to 15 heartbeats left in you when you see light coming from above. Let's go. Oh, you're standing in what was once a large chamber. Partly caved in. The other end of it's filled with a thick layer of debris. The only objects of interest are a strange doorway standing in the middle of the chamber, and an even stranger device, a half-buried control panel, and a metal strongbox. Okay. I'm not dead. And I found the sewers and control panels and things. So, I have 21 points. I could actually raise... I'm not going to raise my crafting. I could raise my... not my lore. I could raise persuasion, which I think I might need to, but let's just save it for now, because I need to talk my way out of pretty much every problem. Strange device. You've heard of such devices before, but never... Oh, here we go. It looks like a large glass lamp, a glass tube, or what's left of it, enclosed in a rusty metal cage designed to protect the glass from damage. Unfortunately, the device wasn't designed to withstand a cave-in, and the glass is cracked and broken in places. It's still glowing, though. You've heard of such devices before, but never seen one up close until now. The stories mentioned that the ancients knew how to capture and store the power of the sun. The drawings that illustrated such tales pictured small suns shining brightly in magical cages held by wise and noble magi. The reality has proven far less glamorous. Some broken glass and a rusted bent cage. Let's do it. Remove the cover. Place a power tube. Do I have one? Okay, let's get a power tube. The control panel is destroyed beyond repair. You doubt there is a lore master who would know what to do with it. Well, I'm the lore master. Ben Franklin would be useful. So would Nikola Tesla. What can I salvage here? You look around for something valuable and leaving no stone unturned. Your dedication is rewarded with a few iron balls and some alchemical compounds. Bookshelf. The bookshelf is empty. Judging by the recently disturbed layer of dust, the contents went to Menace's bag. Okay. What can I salvage? You look around, and we found ingots of blue steel, some coins, and 10 dark gray ingots that are not of this earth. Bronze, iron. Oh, here they are. Blue steel, sky metal, fool's gold. Wah wah. Alright. A strong box. It lacks decorations of any kind, and you don't see anything even remotely resembling a lid, but you see a keyhole which tells you all you need to know about it. Okay, so I could try to lockpick it. My lockpicking is not very good. I could raise it. Let's just save it. Right. But I don't want to invest points into lockpicking necessarily, although it's not horrible. It's a strange thing, for it leads nowhere, yet it's clearly a complex mechanism rather than a simple doorway. Heavy metal pipes connecting it to the control panel and strange device sitting next to it, and disappears into the floor. Delicate silver pipes coiling around glass tubes filled with what appears to be liquid metal are set deep within the frame, their purpose unknown. Of course, all doorways must lead somewhere. You don't need to be a genius to figure that out. The question is where and how. Well, I don't have a power tube, and I didn't find one. Maybe there's some in here. So what do we think? Do I want to put points into lockpicking and streetwise, or do I want to save my points? I mean, they expressly tell you that you shouldn't try to diversify, that you really want to focus. But maybe, you know, as a lore master, if I'm exploring, I'll come across other locked devices that I would like to open. I don't know. I can't say. I'm going to save them. So we have it saved, and I guess we go back. Yeah, I only put in 2 points, so I'm only level 2. I think I only put 5 skill points into lockpicking, so I could put in 10. Actually, let's just see. Let's just save it and see what happens. Like, if I save it and then put in points into lockpicking, I could raise it up to level 4. Can I open it? I made it. 2 power tubes. I got a power tube, a respirator, and a dozen... A respirator? Can I breathe underwater? A breathing apparatus. When charged, it's worth 250. Okay, so I went all in and put the points into lockpicking, and at least, I mean, these are valuable. When charged with magical energies, it will allow you to breathe. I mean, did I get 2 power tubes? Yeah, I did. So maybe I can use, like, 1. Let's put a power tube in the light. I do too have a power tube. What do you mean I don't have a power tube? Hey, Sid, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I don't want to drop it, but... So this thing goes as an amulet. I don't know how to use these, though. Maybe I misunderstood. So it says 2 power tubes, a respirator, and a dozen blue steel ingots. They do call them power tubes there, but it's like you don't have anything to power it up with. Maybe I'm just not understanding. The only thing I can do is drop it. No, I don't want to lose it. I just was wondering. Don't lie to me. I do have something to power it up with. Yeah, maybe they're just not on. Yes, Sid, this is still the first half. We'll be switching soon. I just had a little breakthrough here. I can actually make some stuff. Just the only thing I can make is leather. Sell price 10. Well, there's a way to, like... Oh, they want to tell me about crafting. Okay. There's a way to use items. I swear I've done it before. Nah, I'm not, like, still holding it. Okay, well then, we're gonna save it and we're gonna go down into the sewers. And we will explore the other passage, and it failed. Right. Swim. Right. Right. Swim. I can't make that check, so we got to go back to the surface. Maybe I have to take him and get him identified by the guy in the town, the better lore master than me. You know, I'm not that great. So, do you have it? Where's my cut? Now, I could just give this guy nothing and walk away, or I could give him 100 Imperials. I kind of want to say down there, but I don't want this guy to... If this guy fights me, I die. So I'm just going to give him 100. Don't flash the gold. Word of honor increased. Okay, whatever that means. quickly snatching the money from your hand and tucking it carefully in his robe. He glances around to make sure nobody saw it, then lets out a wide grin and runs away. Okay. So, word of honor. I don't know what that... It must be some... Oh, here it is. General reputation. Oh, that's right. I lost loyalty because I turned on my guy. Okay. I'm going to run away before I get killed in here. And see if I can get the guy. He's actually... I can fast travel to him, Abukar, to identify these. No, I can't show it to him. So I don't really know what to do with it, but I did find those items. I also found a ruby that maybe I can sell to someone. But it seems to me that that district is going to be the place I want to go to try and get out of this nightmare and make some progress with the character. But we actually, we made a ton of progress. I got a bunch of items, ingots and different things that I could potentially sell. So that's good. And I leveled up my lockpicking, which hopefully will be useful later. And so, bit by bit, exactly, Hermie, we are making progress in this game. So this is a 2 RPG night, as Sid was mentioning, and we're going to switch now to the second half of tonight's stream, which is playing Nightmare Frontier. This is an early look at the game, and it's by the same company that did Hard West 2, which has been a lot of fun, so I'm excited to give it a shot. So everybody, give me a moment to switch over to the other game. Let me save it. And, still bad.